another day and another catastrophe is gonna happen. Don't know what fate has, but it's not gonna be the best. You're the hero. You like to think of yourself as a pretty, reliable, and swell guy. Your life has been rather ordinary, aside from the occasional heroic adventures, fighting evil monsters and whatnot. You're told a maiden from your village has been kidnapped, and is likely being held captive at the nearby demon overlord's castle. He even puts a village right next to where an entire demon army hangs out. You don't get it. You're happy to protect the townspeople, though you were born to play this role. You head off on your adventure to rescue the maiden. But demon soldiers block your path. You could kill them to gain experience. We're gonna slaughter them. You make quick work of the vile creatures who stood in your way. You feel much stronger now. After a long trek, you make it to the castle's front gates. You're faced with an army of demons that all look very intimidating. There's no way to sneak past these monsters if you want to reach your overlord. You gather your courage. This is what must be done in order to rescue the maiden. These are all evil demons anyway, who are as much safer with them gone. That's what you tell yourself. While you kill one after another on your way to the overlord's chambers. The overlord appears, demanding to know what the hell you do, murdering all her soldiers. He gets straight to the point and asks her where the maiden is. She feigns arrogance, a convincing act, but you won't be fooled. If the maiden isn't here, then what happened to her? You can see only one answer. The word definitely captured her. In fact, it's possible she's already been devoured. Thinking about the poor man's fate fills you with hatred. You fight the overlord with everything you've got. You become strong from the hordes of demons you took down before this final battle. The overlord is almost no match for you. You cut her to pieces. The overlord has fallen. You breathe a sigh of relief, but your job is not yet finished. You search the castle. Fortunately, you find no sign of the maiden within its walls. Just as you suspected, she must have already been devoured. You feel hollow. Great evil has been banished from this world. What does that matter if you were too weak to save someone? You stand alone, amidst the carnage, and ponder what it means to be a hero. Turn to the Lord's remains, wrap her head in your cape to bring back to the village. Surely, your great victory will be celebrated. Failed hero end. Oh, sad. We set the stage. No tyrant. Let's go with disloyal. Beat maiden. Obedient maiden. Let's go to the hero. You're the hero. I think yourself as pretty about Polish world guy. Life has been rather ordinary, aside from Kidrick stuff and, whatnot. Your tall maiden from your village has been kidnapped and is likely being held captive at the nearby demon Overlord's castle. Who puts a village right next to him? Yeah, honestly, it's pretty dumb. Happy you protect its townspeople, though. You were born to play this role. You had off on your vigil to rescue the maiden. Yeah. You're gonna flee this time. Getting your pride, you escape with your life. But you can't return home now. Your reputation will be ruined. Wonder how you'll ever be able to rescue that maiden on your own. If you can't even fight some levitate demon underlings. You take your chance at the castle. You're a hero after all. This is your job. On the way of Lord's castle, he's brought me and head back to the village. She couldn't have come from Lord's castle, could she? This may be the exact maiden you're currently seeking rescue. You put your curiosity. You ask the maiden what she's doing. Doesn't she know the Overlord's castle's like right there? It's dangerous. Maiden explains that she spoke with the Overlord, and it turns out the demons never had any diabolical plans to harm the village or anyone in it. We're gonna believe her. You have no reason to assume she's lying. Too, even though her story is kinda hard to believe, you feel like you should trust her. You tell her you're pretty surprised that everyone has been robbed by demons all along. Townspeople must be informed of this immediately. The two return to the village. They had all been so worried. They praise you for your bravery. But the man quickly sets the record straight. There's nothing she needs to be rescued from in the first place. The villagers look to you for explanation. You politely inform them it isn't your story to tell. You merely ran to her on the way to the castle. She explains that the Overlord is interested in the capturing maidens or anything of the sort. Villagers turn to, again, disbelief. They are being subtle in how little they trust this maiden's story. You totally believe her, but to placate these fair senses, you volunteer to speak to the demons personally just in case. The crowd breaks into hushed whispers. You're too busy thinking what a great and reliable hero you are to hear what they're saying. The town's elder's voice breaks. You have your thoughts. He implores you to meet the Overlord immediately, says they'll all keep an eye on the maiden until you return. Figure that sounds alright, but the moon is kind of intense for some reason. Did you miss something? You aren't sure what's going on, but you get the feeling it might be bad to leave the maiden on her own. But she suddenly takes off running. Oh, you thought the two of you were in this together. Her actions have convinced the crowd that she's obviously been a liar and a witch from the start. People are shouting for her to hunt her down. And her demon friends down already. But that doesn't sound like a very heroic task. You can't help but feel these people are wrong. So you should catch up to her and talk to the demons in order to clear up this misunderstanding. You valiantly dash after the maiden toward the Overlord's castle. But you're too late. Through the unguarded gates, you spot a group of demons surrounding a body. The maiden. She is the full trust of the demons after all. You hear blood is boiling. You avenge her death. You charge to the gates to eliminate every demon you see. What the f- are you doing killing all my soldiers? The ruler is angry. You vow to exterminate her and all the demon kind. You clash again and again, but the overlord isn't going down easily. You both dangerously low on health when everything goes black. Your quest has come to an abrupt end. Unlucky hero end. Set the stage. Alright, we're going polite. Trusting Overlord. You are the Overlord. Live in a castle surrounded by your demon servants. It's a pretty cushy life, you think. Except for those pesky humans who keep killing members of your army. There's even a role called Hero, whose whole purpose in life is just to dethrone you. What's the deal anyway? You've actively avoided pissing off the humans in hopes to leave you and your army alone, but they never do. You're so new to the whole Overlord thing, if you're being quite honest with yourself. You don't really understand the politics of it. But you remind yourself everyone's just doing their best to fulfill their roles. You won't let them bait you into being the evil Overlord they expect. You think you're pretty cool and mature to hold yourself to the higher stand like that. One of your underlings walks into your room, totally interrupting your thoughts about how awesome you are. They're saying something about how boring it is to stand in one place guarding the castle all the time, especially since no one ever comes here anyway. You see their point, but the way they're whining about it kind of bothers you. What do you do this kind of thing? Back to work. You give them a lecture about responsibility and unquestioned obedience. Your servants ought to do what they are told, whether they like it or not. They look really unhappy with you, but you're sure they thank you for saying they're venturing too far from the castle tends to spell death. Smooth suddenly and lie down in your nice and comfy overlord bed. All that lecturing made you want to take a nap. You fall asleep pretty quick. Just another one of your amazing talents as the Overlord. Wait to knock on your door. Don't leave from earlier brought back some company. You thought you told the underling to do their job, not drag strangers into your room. Looks like they have an unauthorized break away from the castle. You scold them, but only ultimately you're a little interested in the guests, so you let them off easy. That underling's not so bad. It's a maiden from the nearby human village. She says her role is to be captured by you. Maiden then goes on to say that she's been getting very impatient thinking about her impending capture, so she's come here to speed things along. You appreciate her honesty, but regret to inform her you never had any plans to capture any humans. She seems very disappointed by this. Perhaps I'm not performing my role well enough. How can I become more man-like? You don't really understand the question. You think this world puts way too much focus on destiny and junk. Just go home and stop worrying about it, you tell her. May seems to be having a hard time wrapping her head around this. She insists that she's staying and talk to you more. You feel warm inside and she looks into your eyes. This is the first time a human has looked at you without contempt. You wonder what to say. So go home. You're allowed to have the conversations in the world with your new friend, but having a human girl here would definitely cause trouble. You put your mean face and tell her to get lost. But the maiden turns out to be very stubborn. You don't want to hurt her, but also really want her to leave in case something bad happens. This whole situation is just asking for trouble, you think. Against your better judgment, you let her hang out for a little while longer. You enjoy a nice long chat with her, sharing stories about your kind. She expresses surprise that demons are not at all what she expected them to be. You go that she seems to have an open mind about these kind of things. You also bring up how you always instruct your army to avoid humans, as not to agitate them and get heroes sent out after you. That explains why the people in the village have been left unharmed. It's because of your orders, isn't it? We're very grateful. You're surprised to hear her thank you. You've always thought of humans be violent and unreasonable. That's why your servants are always getting killed, despite efforts to leave them alone. But this maiden is different. You sure that maybe you've been lying to her this whole time, and that you're actually super evil all along. Maiden laughs at that, saying she wouldn't mind being held captive here. People in the village are a little exhausting at times, she says. You can't tell if she's into you or not. You're attacked by another human in your doorway. This time it's a hero. He is apparently searching for the maiden who is rumored to have been captured by your kind. Captured? Not at all. Only wanted me with the overlord. Did anyone read the note I left behind? After everything is explained, the hero expresses his belief that the whole misunderstanding hadn't led to any horrible consequences. They apologize for causing trouble, and they ask her to return to the village with them. Confusing feelings well up inside your heart. You're surprised that you had one of those to begin with. You don't want the hero to take this man away from you. Keeper. Maiden came here to be captured by you, didn't she? You grant her wish. You tell the hero you won't let him take her home. The man assures you she'll be back, but you don't budge. Hero is cautious now. You won't let her go. Maybe demons are evil, after all. And if you are, I'll be forced to vanquish you. You have no choice. You destroy the hero before he can steal your maiden away. She's frightened. You don't understand why. Didn't she say she prefers this place to her village? Now she doesn't have to leave. You take a step toward the maiden. She backs herself into a corner. You don't understand. Something sharp pierces your back. The hero? No, he's already in some of your underlings. The maiden screams. Your servant tackles you, tearing you apart with their claws. You struggle to retaliate. They've done too much damage. You can barely move now. Your blood is everywhere. You can't believe this has happened to you. Why has this happened to you? Why have you been slain by your own underling? Betrayed Overlord in B. Right? We got a few new endings, which is amazing and sad. But yeah, hope y'all enjoyed it. And I hope you'll come back for more bad endings. Bye.